Intro. Oh, we're on.
We're
live.
We're live.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Speedgaming Live 2023. I'm so excited to be here. Tracy.
I mean, yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. We have so many links to the past randomizer matches. All the groups have been basically kicked off, scheduled. We are here. I believe actually this is Group A. We've got kohrek versus Audraxys. I'm pretty sure they played probably each other in the past sometime, but this is like
I
just
have not looked it up. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should ask.
These
they're both longtime randomizer
yes,
players, so if they haven't ran into each other, then that's just luck or not luck. I don't know.
It's the beauty of being able to race live in person.
Yeah.
It is an amazing experience. Like I think when I first started watching the randomizer and everything, it was online, everything, and it was great. But then you come to SGLIVE, it is a completely different experience. It is so exciting, and of course we've already got the guys or the both kohrek and Audraxys on camera, like so.
Hash's match. That's
good.
Right.
I see we're already thinking about all of the worst case scenarios here.
Right.
But it's good. You guys trust but verify because
here we
go. When we have wrong hashes, it's better to know now than later. Yeah. Oh, perfectly synced and everything. That's right. So we got casual boots for SGLIVE. So of course we got to go fast. We got to go get a sword. We're gonna start with boots. We got a bow already.
Nice. Got the boots,
perfect.
Got the bow.
Let's go find the lamp.
Okay, we're gonna go straight to Eastern. Someone go straight to Eastern.
You can see already some initial hiccups, maybe. I mean, of course, we're all going to cover it for that the sub 5-4 escape. Picking up bushes is probably not going to help, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, not going to be too big of a deal. Escape is a great time to, again, you're on stage, right? Kind of elevated above everything else, right? And
I can't even buy bombs with your 20 rupees.
Surely there will be some more charitable donations.
Let's
elsewhere.
hope so. Well, there's
so look,
okay.
We've
Now
got another 20 rupees.
One more 20
right?
rupee, and we can buy bombs in Kakariko, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. kohrek also picking up one magic pot in front of escape, just in case. In this case, we might, maybe find a magical item somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe we'll find powder and
I
hammer.
am a fan of
right?
picking up the magic there, but you see Audra taking a tiny little bit of a lead, so we'll see.
That's right. It's like everything that you do extra is like 3 seconds,
That's right.
So
absolutely.
yeah, of course, Audraxys is definitely looking in great shape in order to go get that sub 5 escape. We are still on the tournament branch of the randomizer, so pretty classic behavior to what you've certainly been kind of seeing, in the past.
Not so many hearts. Do we have blue mail? I forget if we have blue mail.
We should have blue mail. Yes.
No gold sword.
No gold sword.
So, yeah.
Tempered only. We do have a fighter shield.
And not progressive bows.
No, we do have progressive bows.
Oh,
yes.
they changed
yeah, that is
okay.
like the one major difference between
we have progressive
the previous
bows.
years.
Well, I mean, the bow is in Link's house, so
that's right. See, that's right. So it may or may not be progressive, but you know what? We're definitely going to get.
And
if
someone loses to skipping Link's house, I can't.
That's right. There are so many things that you can do to bring the horse to water, but you cannot.
Okay, our third red. Now we can buy bombs.
We already got the small key, so in this case, we're gonna be pretty curious to see what the rest of the items are. If it's on the map, if the map is in Zelda Cell, we know we gotta pick everything else up. Otherwise, we got a chance to get another free 3 seconds by skipping the sanctuary chest because there's gonna be a map there.
Maybe. Well, and
we'll
that's
see.
assuming you remember that you
that's
do
right,
have the
that's
map.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It can be kind of disastrous if you think you didn't get the map and the map is
okay.
there.
We have confidence.
There,
we have confidence in ourselves. Just believe. All right, we got both A slashes, nice, and we got bombs.
Here we go, bombs.
All right, we don't even
we,
need to go buy
bombs.
bombs.
We can use the 60 rupees on bottle vendor.
That's right.
Perfect.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't need to buy bombs.
Actually works out quite nicely, right? Because
totally
there are
30
30 rupees in the back of blind set, 10 rupees in the well. Yeah, we got
20 rupees in the well.
20 rupees. You're right.
So we have 10
10
rupees to spare. We're good to go.
That's like pod money,
Yeah.
Yes. We don't, of course, necessarily know if we pods the crystal or pendant, but we're gonna get our bases covered.
Yeah, some people like to do the early map check before the.
No. They're wrong.
No.
They're objectively wrong.
No,
all right?
I'm not disagreeing with you. And like these two are good runners. They know when to do a map check.
Oh yeah.
Actually, with Audra, you might see multiple map checks since
even really.
Well, Audra doesn't track, so sometimes they have to
like at
double.
all.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know if I ever knew that, but that is incredibly impressive. Like, I think most people now, if you tell them that you can't really play this game without an external tracker, they're going to take a little bit longer time, basically try and, de-rust, kind of like dust off the muscle memory, or the memory, right? Did I pick up 5 keys yet?
Yeah,
Did I pick up, this
maybe,
item?
also famous for not using quick swap, as you'll see,
is
which
very
as a
true.
commentator, I love,
Oh,
because you can see the menu, Link Force, our tracker here, also is like, no quick
Yeah,
I can
you can
see a
see the
menu.
thumbs up from her. It is. Link Force,
But-
by the way, one of our one of the best trackers we have.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll every once in a while, if you can see, again, benefit of SGLIVE, you see like a big like thumbs up or like a big thumbs down,
Yeah.
on stream.
Mhm.
That's her correcting
or
us.
if I'm looking over to the side, I might be looking at the chat and see Link Force yelling at me.
Yeah, that's
and-
right.
and usually it's with good information. So
Yeah.
I think we got arrows. In
We
the
did,
chest. So
actually.
hey, we have
Actually
ammo
pretty-
for our bow. Normally arrows in that chest are like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we actually have 10 shots with our bow now. So
Actually, pretty decent. I mean, it's not necessarily maybe as useful here in the back of this kit, but we've got the rest in this case of
Yep.
Kakariko and Light World. Certainly going to be very useful in order to maybe get a quick snipe in or two. We actually do see the rats are on the bomb pack as well, so maybe they'll get a couple lucky drops before we're leaving. Pearl in the back.
okay,
Okay.
we're a sword and a lamp away from Aga? Or
So if we get the
cave?
lamp in, if we get the lamp in Sanctuary Chest, then we still can't warp back for a quick Aga entry, but it is still certainly very suspicious.
We're still missing a sword or a cape to get in.
exactly,
So, I mean, it's. I remember a player in ladder getting real excited because they got all the things for Aga and escape and just mirrored back to the front in order to do it. And I don't know whether that person won or lost, but it's just excited that
That's
option
true,
was there.
yeah. All right, so outside of the Moon Pearl, we pretty much got nothing really of note. We did get a little bit, I get, pocket cash.
3 crystals on in the light world, so easy.
Easy
to
map
track.
check.
We'll get the more complicated map check once they get to the dark world because there'll be all 3 pendants in the red crystals.
That's right, yeah. Red Crystal, of course, is at Desert Palace, so certainly going to be something to look at. We are really just racking in, like the nickel and dimes here for rupees. But it's okay, we are able to afford Bottle Vendor, although if we're going to have to make any more extravagant purchases, we're going to have to find a better source of income.
Okay, I do like. Okay, we get
Ooh,
the.
kohrek.
We're going for the triple.
Okay,
bomb,
alright, okay.
nice,
Yeah,
triple.
that is actually very nice. That actually going to save a little bit of money, but we don't probably have to buy bombs if we don't want to.
Yeah, with the nice thing about the sword start is you don't have to worry about having a weapon for mini Moldorm Cave. Another 20.
It was another 20 rupees.
Another 20 rupees.
And certainly, I certainly I'm a big proponent of checking Lumberjack, especially in this mode.
With boots?
With boots, yeah. Well, certainly, I think, so in Capture Boots has been played, extremely large number of times. Most recently, probably in League, there have been certainly a good number of instances where, just take the extra, 10 seconds to check Lumberjack. If there's like a mirror there, there's Samaria there.
Neither of them wants those bombs, but yeah, I
okay.
think I think we're good on
pretty
bombs.
set.
That's a little
Yeah,
far
we're
out of the way.
pretty
I
set.
might have grabbed them, but I'm not that good a player. I'll take the extra bombs and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
take the time because
Yeah.
these two are just much better than that. So-
Well, you mentioned this is Sword Star, right? So the pressure in order to keep up like a high count
Yes.
Bipont is really, mitigated because they're going to use 3 bombs of Kakariko to full clear it, right? We're going to use one in the Blind Hut, the Well, and also Chicken Hut. And then,
maybe race game if it is something.
yeah, exactly. But so in the, we
No,
can,
wait, we have boots.
Yeah.
We don't need a bomb for the race game. We can
Yeah.
we can give that bomb back.
But we've got like umpteen checks here, right? So we can probably either find bombs or if you leave with Kakariko with only 5 bombs, what do you need bombs for? Like Mini Moldorm Cave, Ice Rocket? Surely we can get through with the
Hey,
rest of it.
there's
But
all
we
the
have
money we need.
So,
Yeah,
we have a
okay.
hammer. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
Is
now
that-
maybe it could be for Hype Cave after Aga, or maybe we'll just not have an Aga seed. That would be nice.
Yeah, the early hammer, regardless if it's an Aga seed or not, is super convenient. Because then you can actually, like you say, you can actually just, from Pyramid, you just go to Hype Cave. You don't have to take 15 loops around the Dark
Big fan
World,
of just
right?
going to Hype Cave there, and we'll have a lamp if it's an Aga seed, so pot will be available as well to full clear. So that's nice.
Yeah, and it's actually an excellent point. Yeah, we got the hammer, we got the bow. We got maybe a little bit of health concerns, but it's fine. Health, pot is not necessarily a strict.
We'll get hearts.
hazard.
I mean, I know
but,
there are fewer hearts than normal. We'll get some hearts.
Speaking of,
There's
okay.
the
Are
ball.
you going to Dark World now? By the way,
I'm not.
Okay.
Unless I
'Cause
get a
you
mirror.
can.
Yeah, if I get a mirror, I'd go to Dark World now. Without a mirror, then you're just
got
abandoning all
flippers
these
as
checks.
well.
Well, we're not. Well, 462, 471. We're kind of getting close to that
there.
Zora money.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Well, we would like money, but it's not the real
I
money.
thought they just replaced like heart containers with heart pieces for a maximum of 14 or something like that. But I'm seeing lots of red 20 rupees.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just gonna stack. Okay, so it's 32 heart pieces, I think, and 2 heart containers, just in order to get a
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
slower health growth. So yeah, so this type of like health. So you're not necessarily like you could get maybe quote unquote lucky, and just suddenly end up with.
It's also
15 hearts or something, right?
I mean, it's also so the green 20s, we know what they. I forget the green 20s. The
I think it's a sword replacement.
Is the sword replacement, and like other things are replaced with the blue
5
fives.
rupees, yeah.
So, whereas the hard mode that's in the actual randomized just replaces everything with green 20s, and you just don't know what you're getting.
That's right. Ooh, all right, so
There's
we got actually a little bit of
map check.
Yeah, we got a little bit of divergence though. It looks like
Audra says,
Audraxys is
go to the
working on
dark world.
Kohrek is checking the rest of South Kakariko, probably do South Shore after this.
I mean,
he's already down here, probably will do.
Full clearable blind. I mean, if it's a crystal. Yeah, not getting that heart container.
It is in this mode, right? Because there are only 2 of them out there, plus Ankart. It makes it
it's
a little bit more tempting.
It's a lot more valuable to get that heart container.
Yeah,
but we're gonna start with Skull Woods. Okay,
we're gonna do Eastern on Kohrek's side.
Yeah, Kohrek's heading straight for Eastern. I think I like Kohrek's plan a little bit better. But there's a couple items in Skull Woods. And
Audraxys. I mean, do you believe in Dunka, right? Do you believe in
don't.
value? You do not believe in Dunka.
Sorry, Dunka.
It's okay. This isn't ladder. It's okay. He has no jurisdiction here.
No. Shout outs to Big Dunka. And I was just doing something that I like to do if I do the early Skullwoods dip, which is if I don't get a small key there, I just either leave or I go straight for the middle instead of trying to drop down or something.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense here. Yeah, because it's just like without a small key initially, it just makes it extremely awkward to navigate. Yeah, which is all very understandable. But looks like we are going to do the easiest room in the game without Samari. Done a great job.
I mean, if you know Apathy Duck, he is labeled this as one of the rooms that Link to the Past could call the worst room in the game. So
easy, yeah. Well, we're gonna get Matt up here at some point, show us how it's done, But yeah, it's doing a great job. Wait, I think it looks like we found. Where did we get the mushroom? Like force somewhere. We found a mushroom somewhere. I see.
I didn't see the mushroom, but they both have it. Yeah. So.
Maybe it's Kakariko. Blind. Tavern. Thank you. See,
that's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we love her. All right, we got a map here in Eastern in the compass chest. Or no, sorry, the map chest. No, it's vanilla. Okay. All right, we got the small key from.
I mean, you just did a.
I know.
So you should know where all
I exactly
those
should know this.
are, right?
Exactly. It is the map chest. Yes. Okay, so we got. Oh, speaking of maps, we got more maps here in. We got both maps in Skullwoods and Eastern. We did pick the vanilla, a small key. Vanilla small key. Yep.
This is why I don't like the Skullwoods play. We haven't gotten a single item. Everything.
If you are a believer in the 27%, like you're here.
Okay, we got one more chance to get something good.
We got no mirror, so saving, quitting, death warping out is easy.
That's not the good thing that we were hoping to get. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get out. I mean, you mentioned earlier though, Village of Outcasts. Thieves Town. It's fully clearable. We got the hammer. We got a sword. We got boots. We're gonna go. Did we get the big key? Maybe we got the big key.
No,
we did not get the big key.
Okay. We're checking to make sure we don't have the big key. So there are 2 items left. There's one item left. And it could be big key on Moth for item and big chest, which... Okay, maybe we're not doing Thieves Town. I mean, it's a green pendant.
Good thing we map checked.
I mean, okay, so we're going to do...
North Dark World? Okay.
There's not a lot we can do here. I mean, we could go to
Catfish.
Go all the way to Catfish.
Okay. Well, so that's actually pretty good knowledge, right? Medallion knowledge is also very, very important. We did get a map check, right? So I did see pendant. You mentioned green pendant Thieves Town.
Yep.
If Audraxys does this though earlier, and then they go to Eastern later, can just get turn in the green pendant for free on the way. Looks like actually we got blue milk here in the big key chest in Eastern.
Oh, that's nice.
We got a heart piece, I think, in the big key chest, the big chest, and I'm not sure if there's anything else.
All right, let's see what else we get in Village. As Kohrek does the dark rooms, 4 hearts should be fine.
Yeah.
Got the blue mail. That blue mail helps.
Yeah.
As we see Kohrek in the dark and nothing in the chest keeps. But yeah. Anyway, going into Thieves Town. And we're just gonna do the front 4.
Okay, yeah, that thing's big. And and again, like the early the slow health progression, right? Makes it actually a little bit beneficial, especially if you get early Darkhold access. You can literally just hit one enemy and then you're gone. That's it. Don't have to necessarily go farm enemies in those cases to try and death
Okay,
out.
so far this is not.
We have map and compass. Is that what we saw? Okay, not quite vanilla yet.
What Audra was hoping for.
We still have Brewery for what it's worth, and then for them to take like a quick peek on Bumper Ledge, right? Basically, just kind of freeze them up to basically just take a south route, right,
Okay,
from
so
Village.
the question is, will Audra say, "I got no items. Do I go to the back?"
Oh my gosh!
Or I mean, the
wait, that's right. We didn't know that.
And mitts for
we
kohrek.
have mitts on Armos Knights. Oh my gosh!
I mean, Audra's gonna get those, so that's not gonna be a problem. But kohrek might be able to route some certain things more cleanly, potentially.
Well, so certainly the initial Dark World entry into Village of Outcasts, if he chooses to go there for kohrek, it's going to be a little bit faster, right? Because we have mitts access.
Now, I do think this is the right call for Audra, having already put so much time into this early Dark World.
Yeah, we only got one.
And we got one item in the front of Thieves Town, so now you're banking on that there's something here. And if there is something here,
speaking of, hey, did you know that the green pendant is at Thieves Town? Yes.
Let's see what Saha has for us. A boomerang? Okay, we got a boomerang. Yay. And some pieces of heart. Yay.
All right, but okay, so we did find out, of course, mitts. It's probably the most important item that we did find on Armos Knights. Fully in logic. Not fully in logic. We don't actually know what that lamp is, or the fire rod for that matter. It will put it in logic because I think the big key was early. It was not in this vanilla location. But in this case, we certainly have a completely full convenient Dark World access on kohrek's side. Soon to be, of course, on Audra's side.
Also very much like the immediate hype cave. Oh, TR and Ice are other pendants. Okay.
Oh, didn't even notice.
I didn't. I was too fixated on Thieves Town being a pendant. So.
Yeah, but this actually potentially has a high chance of actually maybe finishing quickly, right? Ice Palace. I mean,
careful when you say that.
You're right.
Then you get the ice rod. Well, it won't be an ice rod hunt this time.
It might be like an ether hunt.
Well, it could be the cape hunt.
Could be a cape hunt.
I mean, I had a scene once back in the day playing Ambrosia where the boots hint was it's in the Dark World. But it was in the Dark World behind the cave.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, game.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I just have to find the cape now. It's fine.
Actually, yeah. So actually, with this hype cave start that kohrek can end with the mitts. Assuming he doesn't die here, we can actually just go
half magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just because we don't have half magic in the game, and so far that's.
Yeah.
That's I wish they'd at least make it a full magic.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice, right?
I mean, in this case, he doesn't need the refill.
Hey, look, it's the lamp.
I expect Audra to get that after finishing Thieves Town, but I think at this point we're down to. No, there's an item on blank, so we didn't get the small key. We got both magic.
Right, yeah.
So
we saw
Audra
skip the big
pendant, so there's still 2 more items to help them out here.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, one of the great things about being SGL live, we can actually see some of the reactions. You see kohrek, do a little bit of thinking when we got the lamp. But yeah, with kohrek's route though, and he has the mitts, he can actually just go basically straight from the south, the hype cave, dig game, and just go straight up north. He did do a map check to see. In this case, he will find out, of course, that Thieves Town is
Thieves Town is nothing. Now,
we have the green pendant. We don't know yet.
Kohrek might end up going in there because really. Like, what is the mitts open that Kohrek has right now? Mirrorless Thieves Town? Oh, sorry, Mirrorless Smiths? Like, no one wants to do Mirrorless Smiths.
Where's the lane? We can dive into Ice Palace immediately. Out of logic.
We could.
We don't have a fire rod or bombos yet, but we can.
We can walk in there and see some free swords.
That's right. Oh, we got Kingstown. Okay, Kohrek, of course, reminding us that yes, this is an actual location. All right, looks like also another random 20 here on Brewery. So
it's a lot of 20s. I wish I could. Rack up 20s in real life like that,
just literally just like start walking around, find
Master Sword. That's nice. Now it's less meaningful in this mode because there are 4 swords placed, but you're only going to get up to tempered.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that the runners will get the tempered sword in 2 different ways.
You will never complain about early any amount of sword though.
Nope, not at all.
All right. Kohrek gets bullied, of course, by the blue guard. But yeah, look, we're just going to go turn down mushroom real quick. That, of course, we found in Kakariko. These are the kind of things, by the way. It's just kind of like cute to see, in this case, when runners like make mistakes, like, of course. But you can't see the stuff, right? When, they're doing tournament races or like on stream.
So I think, Audra's next play is probably going to be to pod. Just go hype cave pod and just do
Yeah,
pod. I mean, it's in logic for them. They got the bow, they
That's
got
right,
the lamp, they got the hammer, and
Yeah,
then
pod with the
if
lamp
a
is much
mirror
better.
were to show up, that would be huge.
That would actually be
Kohrek,
really
I'm not
great
sure what
for.
Kohrek's going for.
I guess he's going to pod too, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he got the lamp, right? And then and then of course seeing pretty much pendant Thieves Town.
Yep.
No fire rod for Skullwoods. I think this is something pretty normal.
Yep. And for Kohrek, your other options are Pendant Thieves, and as I say, Mirrorless Smith Chain. Nobody wants to do Mirrorless Smith Chain.
Yeah, so actually we're going to get a bit of a convergence, looks like, right after Audra goes to Hype. Assuming they survive Hype Cave and outside, we're gonna
And in good knowledge,
yes,
remembering that
very
tree
good
pull,
usage
because
here.
you need another bomb in here.
That's right. Did you know that we need another bomb? Okay.
And
Right.
that blue 5 ain't doing it for you.
Yeah. Well, good news is we got plenty of money. We do not have to worry about pod entry, and
No,
thanks to all this extra cash.
They can buy all the potions they need, which I think we get max 2 bottles. Or
Two
is it
bottles,
two
yeah.
bottles.
Ooh,
We're gonna get the save
where-
and quit. I thought.
Where are we going, Audra?
I surprised that they don't just run straight to pod, but they might just run straight to pod from the save and quit. I don't know.
They could certainly go to Eastern. They could do South Shore. That they think
Oh
they
gosh,
haven't.
have either of them done Mini Moldorm?
No.
Okay, well let's do Mini Moldorm Cave. That's what we're doing now. And I think, Audra might be holding out for Mirror to be able to combine pod
Eastern,
Eastern, which would be really nice for
Yeah,
them.
we definitely know that they're both crystals, so if you can actually get that efficiency, especially in a mode where the entrances are shuffled, the keys aren't shuffled, right? You just have kind of less room in this case to kind of try and do overworld routing or combinations of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but so we're flush with cash at this point. It looks like we're probably gonna do, if we're gonna do all the way to Zora and stuff. We do have the flippers, so all the water checks are certainly gonna be in logic as well. We've got more than enough funding.
Now, in fairness, though, with the casual boots, it's pretty standard for people to do water checks.
True,
Without
even
the
with
flip.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
just because the water walk is pretty free, and it's just easy to do it. And you either route in the waterfall ferry plus the guy under the bridge, or you do you just go pay for Zora and you leave the guy under the bridge. But we've got 1,100 rupees, so we're gonna do Zora if we're gonna do anything.
Yeah, and the fact that if Audra's also gonna hold out for the mirror, doing the check with the man under the bridge is also gonna be a lot faster and more efficient.
And in fact, Audra really likes.
Hey,
there's
look,
another sword.
there's our collective tempered sword
Yep,
already.
there we go.
Could have had it so early, and
Canis Smart,
that
okay.
is pretty important.
I mean, I expect Kohrek to eventually get back there.
Oh, for sure, for
so
sure.
I'm not really worried about that Canis Samaria. But the 21-minute Mini Moldorm check, which will for Kohrek be
and that's
more
early,
than
by the way,
21
right? Yeah, that's early here.
I did not see. Okay,
Okay,
it's
all right,
bombs.
it is just bombs.
Yeah, and that's I always point that out when we got SMZ3 players, because that's the very first check you make in SMZ3.
Oh, really?
So it's important to remember to do that when you're playing not SMZ3. But this time it's bombs, so if they had skipped it, it'd be fine.
Yeah, looks like it. All right. By the way, you mentioned, maybe holding out for the mirror in order to do pod. We're kind of actually see Kohrek doing mirrorless pod, and okay,
It's slower.
It is. So death warping normally, especially in this mode. Again, if you do it early, you don't maybe have as much health. You can kind of use death warping as a slower mirror proxy, but we're actually kind of buff right now.
Honestly, I think with I think Kohrek will just be able to do a hammer jump and
from down here,
and use the keys more efficiently that way. That's the play I like to see. If you get the early big key, I would just do the back, and then you get warped to the front, and then you do and then you go back to and just save quit out of the back. And I guess we got the big key because that's exactly what Kohrek's doing.
Exactly. Yeah. No, this is a very it's very efficient because as you just
now
said,
we can
right?
save quit out of the back. But if you don't get the early big key, you can route Dark Maze by doing the hammer jump, go out the back door, the normal door. You would come from the other direction, and it's more efficient routing. So
yeah, that's right.
It's
all muscle memory. It's all muscle
yeah,
memory. That's right. Yeah, but another nice convenient thing that you don't have to hit the switch. You come basically from the bowlock side. So.
In the meantime, it's like Zora didn't have anything. So
it was 3 bombs. I don't even know if Audra picked them up at this point.
It's one of those things where like 3 bombs. I usually will pick that stuff up just as I paid for this. I earned
That's
it.
that's right. That's right.
I don't care if it's a crap item.
No buyer's remorse here. We're gonna get all the value that we can, and some value still is better than zero value.
And there's the reset.
All right, we're gonna look.
So there
Saves
was, there was
coming here.
nothing. There was, I guess, needs to go back and get that master sword. Because I think the save and quit was no. Okay, no, it was after that. Never mind. Has the master sword still? Because that was in Mini Moldor.
Yeah. And I think it was
now,
just a mushroom.
Yeah, and now we're gonna do. I think we're gonna see Saha first because you went through all that trouble to get that green pendant. You want to know what that is.
Yeah.
And then I could definitely see doing pod first in the hopes you get the mirror. I could also see just doing Eastern and then just run out of Eastern and you go into pod afterwards.
Yeah, looks like Spin Speed is not going to be our friend today, so we're just gonna dash the old-fashioned way.
Just to remind everybody at home, nobody's playing on their normal setup, so it makes a significant difference to our runners.
Yeah. I mean, again, like we kind of take for granted. Kohrek, please live. Yeah, we kind of take for granted. Basically, like we're just used to playing. As you said, with our 3 monitors and like our tracker. We are here on stage, right? A completely different setup. We haven't really got even much of a chance to kind of test everything out.
And maybe,
so.
you might know a kohrek setup. I know Audra's setup is normally just a regular Nintendo onto a CRT, and they did a Super Metroid match earlier today, and I had brought my Super NT just in case someone needed it, and they say to me, I need your Super NT. So we're using a Super NT for the first. So I'll just break in my Super NT.
Oh, perfect. All right. It looks great so far.
Yeah,
everything's
going
perfect.
good. So I don't know what kohrek setup normally is, but I'm guessing it's not what this is, whatever.
I think he's on SD's. Well, but I was also thinking more like, sometimes like even how you hold your controller, like you have a table maybe next to you.
Yeah.
Some people like to do a table hover.
Yep.
If you're not as close now, suddenly things are a little bit more awkward. It's again, and plus you're on stage, you're elevated. This is a completely different setting. At home, it's easy to block off everything because it's just you.
Yep,
Here, you have earbuds, and that's kind of it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have, I don't know if we, maybe in some of their matches, but you'll occasionally see the fake hover.
You'll hear the fake hover too.
I love the fake hover because we can see it and we know that they're not doing anything that's hover related. But usually, if a runner is a hover and is on a cutscene, they'll do the fake hover to let their
just to maybe,
psych their
exactly.
opponents out. Now it's not as strong here because we have boots, but if any of you tune into the SMZ3 matches, do the fake hover to make your opponent think you have boots, and even though you don't.
Ooh,
a hook shot.
Yeah,
my favorite item.
Yeah. So suddenly now the mountain's looking pretty dang nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Now we can go to the mountain and actually do something on the mountain.
We can do pretty much everything on the mountain.
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's not as efficient if we could have a mirror, but.
Oh yeah. And not having the mirror right now is actually kind of. I mean, it's becoming more and more of a bottleneck in terms of efficiency because, well, you want to do the entirety of the mountain, but in order you got to stay in light world before you can go to dark world. So you go all the way around to Paradox, back to Hera, run back to go to Dark Death Mountain. Wouldn't it just be nice if we have the mirror? Yes.
It would be wonderful. Now, I would assume Audra's going to go into pod next, so we'll get that hook shot. But the fact that the hookshot opens as many things as it does is not good for Audra because now kohrek is more likely to skip the Thieves Town and possible Skull Woods dip.
We will.
And we know Thieves Town is nothing. I mean, I know chat's favorite thing is not dead yet. Like Thieves Town is only required if Pez
we will see in this case. What kohrek's options are at the end because as you said, okay, so let's take stock in what could be a potential. Gold mode item, or that could be of an issue, right? So we are going to need the flute, we are going to need the mirror. Yep. We are potentially going to need another medallion. So kind of depending on what our what's left, kohrek could still just do Pendant Thieves Down, clear out the entirety of it. Yep. Right, because we're still looking for that one last thing.
Yeah, I mean when it gets down to go -1. Thieves Town might suddenly look like a good place to go back to, right?
You said green pendant Thieves Town, right? So
especially
there's extra
green
5
pendant
items.
Thieves
Exactly.
Town. So yeah, I mean, so that time isn't completely lost yet. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna see the mountain right now. Meanwhile, Audra's doing stuff we've already seen. So we're gonna kind of follow kohrek for a little bit.
Yeah, and they're gonna be pretty happy, getting the mitts here on Armos. So. And then honestly, like with this loadout, as you said, you probably go into pod immediately because it is going to be quick in order to run to the flute fight spot, and then they get the shot and then probably just follow kohrek up the mountain.
Yeah, probably. Well, this is Audra. And
okay,
if Audra
all right.
feels,
Did you?
yeah, if Audra feels behind, they'll do less standard plays.
I do
And
see
the-
a
the full-
you see
the-
Audra's reaction. It's a
The
bit
full-
more pensive now
Yeah,
than,
the
than
full
before.
clear Thieves Town is gonna make Audra feel behind, and two things happen. One of two things can happen when Audra does this. Either they'll find the really dumb thing in the really dumb spot before their opponent, or they just end up further and further behind because they're checking the really dumb spots. And you know, if the thing is not in the dumb spot, they're already behind a full clear of Thieves Town. So I kind of think that's it's often the right play.
Well, right. So you're trying to play to your outs, right? And then
Yep.
one of the things, as you mentioned, if you do feel behind, the best thing you can probably do is trying to increase variance between yourself and your opponent. Because if your opponent is just going to go to the, for the most part, go to the stuff, right? Then you need to go and make sure
You need
that
to go
like,
elsewhere,
Yeah, exactly.
If
Because
Audra just trails kohrek, Audra cannot win. Not
yes,
at this
because
point.
they're
It's too
already
big a
down.
lead.
Right, they're down a whole.
But
piece down
what are we
right?
missing? We don't know what our Mire medallion is. We're missing that. So
We don't
could
have a
be
flute?
missing. We know where Bombos is, and we know where Ether is. But Quake could be the answer.
We
'cause
don't know where the cape is though.
we don't know where the cape is. Canis Samaria is in Mini Moldorm, so unless Kohrek completely has forgotten the Mini Moldorm cape exists.
And temper sword, remember?
Yeah,
temper sword is
LB
important.
Kohrek's tempered, so he'll get that. We need a mirror, and you know, for those of you that want to know what could be on Ped, well, Flute can be on Ped, Mirror can be on Ped, our
can be on
Mire,
Ped.
our Quake. Yeah, well, let's not go there with the book on Ped.
all right, that's fine. All right. Okay, we did an early big key, so this actually could be a potentially good Harapot layout, as in we're going to be able to check the big chest, and then maybe not have to go through the basement.
Yeah, in the end, like both, you know, you asked me earlier, do you go to Dark World? I don't, and it looks like that was the right answer. But you know,
So far, I mean, well, but again, it's early. But I
Yeah.
mean, so I think one benefit for what Audra did though is if you're gonna do like let's say take a position, especially and maybe it didn't pay off, you have the rest of the game to make
Yeah,
up for it,
you
right?
do, you do.
So I think
And-
if
and
you're gonna do it, then do it now.
honestly, one of Audra's biggest strengths is finding ways to make up the time. Now the seed has to let them make up that time.
true.
If this is just
Yeah.
a straightforward everything on path, like
well,
there's a
like
flute,
if there's a great flute.
yep,
Mhm.
then it's just not going to work out. But you know,
But we'll
it's
see.
the chances you take when
Exactly.
you do that early Dark World.
Yeah, and of course, as you mentioned, so this is casual boost, right? So we already start with some pretty important items. We start with the boost, we start with sword. Keys are not shuffled, entrances are not shuffled. Again, there is just kind of like less game to play, right?
Yes.
So if you think that you need to take a position early, strategically, I mean, like I think you have to kind of make those decisions and just kind of follow through with them.
Yeah, totally agree. And yeah, Kohrek having a little more trouble with
Yeah.
this Moldorm
I
fight.
didn't-
I
how-
think that
how did that-
might have been. I'm not sure if that. Okay, no, it's fine.
Okay.
It was.
I didn't even know that second hit was gonna hit because
I
he
was
was so far
surprised
from
that
from
hit. I'm
Moldor.
like, can it?
I think Kohrek was also pretty surprised
Yeah.
too. Of
Yeah,
course,
just
all right,
the
we got
look
the
on his
small
face.
key. It is not self-locking. We did get the one item, which is the flute. Kohrek, you saw him shake his head, right? It's
He's
like, do I stay in the
go?
basement?
Do I go to the basement?
I actually wonder how good Kohrek is feeling because so far he's been playing a pretty good game. I mean, certainly we know that he's been, doing, certainly hasn't done anything that has been
Oh,
out of the way.
Audra wants to go to the
Alright.
back and just realize that the pegs were already in the
All
right
right,
direction.
it's-
Or this
Well,
this also could have
okay,
been.
we'll
I'm gonna
we'll go beat Helma.
invite. I should say go to Helma, not go to the back. I think maybe that was I changed my mind because I don't have mirror, and now I'd rather just do exactly what Kohrek did. What we talked about before is it's easier to just save and quit out of the back if you don't have to go back and kill Helma.
Okay, all right. So let's take a record here. Kohrek has decided to skip an item. It is in
Skip
the
an item?
basement, and he has been burned I think by one item skip before, and he's always like that's why he
Well,
pulls clears.
I mean-
well, hopefully this one won't burn him.
Every runner I know has been burned by the
Harrow
one
basement.
location. I mean, Harrow Basement, left side swamp, pick,
Yeah.
whatever.
Pick your poison. Pick your literal poison here.
A cutscene in Misery Mire, like pick one of those locations or a worse location. Every runner's been hurt by it. I know Audra's been hurt by catfish multiple times.
Being hurt by catfish, you say?
Yeah.
You know what? At least Audra is not alone.
no, Audra's most definitely. Audra also has won a race to catfish and getting the item there.
of
So
course,
like
yeah.
catfish giveth, catfish taketh away.
Yeah, these turtles, by the way, are only taking it. It's they're being pretty big bullies here today. Okay, but Kohrek has made his way over to Dark Death Mountain. We're gonna see this case what we have, and then presumably he's gonna go and save and quit and get get his flute activation.
Wow, has the mountain had anything?
Not
Besides
so far.
the flute in Hera?
Yeah, I know. Like nothing in Paradox,
This has been
right?
really
Nothing in Spiral
dry.
Cave. Yeah.
So,
we're gonna see
so
Hookshot
if
Cave.
Audra takes the risk, I mean, we still have Hookshot Cave. There's still 4 items here, and let's see, can we do Spike Cave? I don't think we can do Spike Cave. We don't. I mean, it's not in logic because
with
we don't have
this-
Kane and Cape. We
I
have no.
think
No, we can't. We
yeah,
literally
I don't
can't
think we
do
have
it.
enough stuff.
Well,
Okay,
if we
we
could
don't have a
catch-
bug net.
If we had a bug net and a fairy, we could do we could do
Yeah.
Spike Cave.
Still not in logic though, as you
Yeah,
said.
14 hearts if you want to do it without something. With a fairy, you can do it like 6 or 7 because you get iframes from the fairy revive. But we don't have any of that, so we're just gonna leave Spike Cave and yeah.
So by the way, so when Audra goes up to Dark Death Mountain, they already have Samaria. Depending on what
I didn't
Turtlerock's
see
medallion
the
is.
Turtle Rock. Did
So right, Kohrek
even
didn't check.
it?
That's right,
Okay.
he didn't check it out because he has nothing to get in because he doesn't have Samaria, right? And it's also a pendant, so probably not worth this time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if if
Audra,
it is ether,
maybe Audra goes in.
Audra
if
can
it's
go in.
ether, or-
They
yeah,
have
I get-
the
well,
option.
we won't have Bombos yet because it's sitting there on the ledge.
Right, but if it's ether, like that is an opportunity, for some more potential divergence. But yeah, going to the back, finishing a pot, very important because as we saw the ether medallion, we saw the hook shot. That's probably the most important one, at least so far.
No, Audra hasn't even done the whole front yet.
I see.
I think this should be a small key, and I think I think there's a small key on the big key chest as
Correct,
well.
there was.
So
That's correct.
can safely leave that.
Yeah, it looks like we're actually just gonna run back over and just get the small key and then head straight over to the front door.
Right, because normally this would be the equivalent of having not done Helma, but you have 2 keys.
Exactly.
So you just got to remember that if you have, it's 1 key that makes it so Harmless Hallway doesn't have an item instead of 2, which is what the normal number is. Because this is what makes Pod relatively easy to keep track of. Is you've got your 6 small keys and they all get used.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I remember one runner in chat in a recent league race where they're like, well, they only have to count to 2, or maybe it was 2. I think it was Misery Mire.
Perfect. I have those.
I think
scooters.
I only need to count to 2 in Misery Mire. I'm like, yeah, but you got 3 small keys and you don't remember that you saw the arrows. So 3 small keys screw you up.
All right, so this is gonna be Kohrek's Temper Sword that he just picked up, and Samaria. So Meyer is even better. Yep, there we go.
Yep. Now, yeah, it's good. I like this routing. You got the flute, gets you over here really quickly. So you might as well do it now. We'll see if he decides to do anything else, or if he just flutes away to Meyer.
looks
Well, sometimes you flute to 8 from here, but yeah, he's gonna flute to 6, and that makes more sense because there's more stuff here. You want it, nothing else. You want the Meyer medallion info.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you can't get in, you could, as you
It's
mentioned,
probably-
right?
yeah,
Save
could
and
just be
quit,
Meyer,
just another
yeah.
flute away.
Yeah,
right?
it could just be Meyer Shed too. Let's see, what is this? It is ether. We can get in.
We are
okay,
going
so
in,
now
and
we are
we
down.
clearing.
Oh, we also need no. Do we need? No, wait.
We
Yeah,
do
we
need
need
a fire rod
I was
for
like,
Skullwoods,
yeah, 'cause
yes, that
Skullwoods.
is true. But we do not need a fire rod for Meyer to get to the Firelock side. We do have that nice lamp for us.
Yep.
So, and of course, game's got humor sometimes.
It sure does.
The fire rod could just be over there. So,
we do need to, if we could get Misery Mire on Audra's side marked as a crystal, and Turtle Rock marked as a pendant on Kohrek's side. Appreciate, thanks to Link Force again for tracking.
Link Force is amazing. She was here last year at SGL 2022 as well. Done so many races for Link to the Past and SMZ3. Always wonderful to have her here. All right, it's gonna be Tempered Sword.
There we go, Temper for Audra, so everybody's gonna
great.
tempered.
Everyone's happy. Once you get tempered, Omega playable it is exactly how comfy we feel. Actually, this is pretty much the maximum loadout in terms of equipment.
Yep.
No red mail, which means we're gonna be on blue mail. No fire shield. We got the fighter shield, and we got tempered. We got a good amount of health. Like this could be comfy for both Audra and Kohrek.
Yeah, and also shout out that Audra usually uses a hat color version.
Oh, really?
Of
Okay.
this sprite, but I think it's a little more difficult to get custom sprites here.
Because is it limited or something? Or
Well,
not a limited
well,
set
it's
of
got all
sprites?
the normal sprites, but if you have your own custom sprites, it's a
Oh,
little bit more
I see, I
difficult.
see,
So
I
this
see.
is one of the sprites that you can find just by scrolling down. But if you have your own custom sprite, then that's a little more difficult. So we get the pretty blue. I like this blue color.
It is. It is actually
It's a
very-
very
yes.
pretty blue. It means we don't have red mail, so the fact that Audra won't turn purple is okay.
Yeah, we should actually optimize for hard mode stuff. Like if you're only getting a blue mail, make the blue mail sprite really pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't care about the red one. So by the way, we found Quake as the first item
is
in.
pretty useless.
Yeah, it even might be worse than useless because now we have all the knowledge of all the medallions
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everything, and ideally we would like to not go into Turtle Rock, right? It's like,
No,
if
we
you
don't.
have it, if you don't have the
At this
Valiant,
point,
sorry.
if you're Audra and you get the cape, do you go grab the Bombos medallion and look for your fire rod and ice palace?
Oh my
roll
gosh.
fire
Oh
and
my
all
gosh.
that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's the kind of play that
yeah,
it wouldn't
these
surprise
are
me if Audra made that kind of play if they're feeling behind. So
these are the great decisions in rando that you love to face and ask yourself every seed. Should I go into Pendant Dungeon or to try and find another required item?
So we are still missing Mirror, Fire Rod, and entry to Desert, which Mirror would do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, a book could do that, and maybe Mirror's in Desert because the game, again, like we say, has jokes.
Oh yeah. All right, we found the big key in the map chest. That's pretty convenient. I don't see kohrek do the Manila big key chest like the cutscene
I didn't
one.
see it either.
So we're just gonna hope that in this case that there is not an item there. It looks like it's very convenient for kohrek to just go to the boss here directly.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll see.
I've been saying this for a while now. Like the worst part about Misery Mire is that unless the big key is in the compass chest, then the cutscene chest is highly favored to have the item. It's also highly favored to have the map and compass. Reason being, it can't have a small key.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So. Do you bank on it? You know it's not going to be a small key, so do you bank on it not being map and compass?
Yeah, that's a good question. We also found map and compass
good.
here,
Yeah.
so it's really unfortunate. We'll just hope. Well, we'll see in this case what.
Oh, have we
drops.
seen map and compass?
We
already?
did.
Then
yeah.
it is an item.
Yeah.
Then it just is an item, and if kohrek decides not to go back for it, he's got to hope that it isn't.
Well,
it's 10 arrows.
you know
or
what
something.
they say about skipping items. He's already skipped one. Skipping items begets more skipping items. Maybe this could be item number 2.
Now Audra can gain a little time if they follow the flute immediately instead of doing Dark Death Mountain, because again there was nothing there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see though. Well, I mean, but at the same time though, if Audra, goes to Dark Death Mountain and then we can get into Turtle Rock, right? And we find something there in the first chest.
Maybe
I mean,
Audra
it's gonna be another
that
huge
could be
swing.
absolutely. Like at this point, I'm gonna say Audra still needs something to be in a bad spot, even if they do follow kohrek. Because if it's not,
we got plenty of opportunities for things to be in a bad spot. Don't worry.
Vitreous, gotta love it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, both of
kohrek.
Kohrek.
It's okay. We didn't die. He was not gonna die.
Fortunately, both these runners have NMG experience, so
for
it's all
sure.
good. And they're used to doing this with the green mail, so
There is the small key.
There's that small
for
key that
kohrek.
had to be there, and we'll see if he goes back in for cutscene. If he didn't go back in for Hera Basin, but we're also
He's
more running out of places. So
yeah. I mean, I think maybe probably reason why kohrek decides to do mini Molten Pain by like the 34-minute mark or something. Also kind of hedge bets, but also like it's not like he had better
not
things
going
to do.
there. Okay, not doing it.
All right. Okay.
So we got 2 orphan locations by kohrek.
So where's kohrek going now? We didn't really find anything here in Maya.
Could go back to village.
See, so this could be another. This could be an opportunity where kohrek could give some time back.
Yeah,
to
go back to
Audra.
village. Go to Pendant Ice. I think we're
we
we're
do
doing
Ice Rock
Zora.
Cave.
We're doing Ice Rock Cave and probably Zora right afterwards. And then you can still do
So
Ice Palace.
So Tracy, where does Mirrorless Smith Chain rank on this list of things to do?
If I'm kohrek, I think I'm doing Ice Palace before it. If I'm Audra, I might gamble on the worst check.
So we don't actually have Ice Palace entry, right? We don't have a fire
No,
rod.
we don't. Never mind. We're not going to
have
Ice Palace. So for kohrek, then I think Thieves Town Village Outcast is your next play with.
It's high density, right?
And then you grab the Smith at the end. Whereas for Audra, I mean we're being kind of funneled into this route, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like kohrek is. I'm sure he's gonna do the rest of the water checks, but it looks like we're gonna go. With the flute, flute is gonna be pretty nice. Just because we can actually just leave immediately, and then with the nice shallow water spot, we can just flute away.
Flute back to 8 and do it again if we want to go to Zora.
It is just 3 bombs though, so no loss if Audra never goes here.
That's one of those locations that often gets Audra.
Oh,
so
for
it would
sure.
not surprise me if we never see that. And it's just bombs, so they'll be fine on that one. But now this will be Zora.
Yeah, this is gonna be the rest of the water checks for sure.
So there's a good chance that kohrek's just gonna give all this time back. because we're running out of things to do, and the one efficiency kohrek has is that his village of outcasts can lead him straight into the smith chain. And he could do the hammer pigs, grab the smith, save and quit. You know, the whole dealio with the mirrorless smiths that everybody loves.
Everyone loves mirrorless smith, especially when you find the mirror in the purple chest. That's the best result, of course. When I say best, please hear the sarcasm in my voice.
Please. At least we won't have the 2022 qual favorite of the hookshot in hammer pigs.
Oh my god!
I think
that
was
pretty painful.
It was like 3 or 4 seeds literally with the hookshot in hammer pigs. Like, I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, so this is kind of in this case like when maybe things take a little bit more of a lull, you know. So for Audra, I think that lull happened, maybe a little bit earlier, right? Did all the stuff that we saw kind of yield us nothing, and then we're kind of making our way back and doing more crystal dungeons that had stuff, right? But for kohrek, it's kind of the opposite. He did a bunch of crystals, got a bunch of stuff, and now we're gonna basically do the flipping some switches here, right? And kohrek's gonna go do a bunch of locations that don't have anything.
And it's Quake for Turtle Rock, so
that was in Hookshot Cave, right?
Kohrek. It was
We're doing Spike Cave. We
No.
are not doing Spike Cave. We cannot do Spike Cave.
Audra was definitely thinking Spike Cave, but like realizes that they just don't
enough.
have the things to survive it. So
yeah.
This is going to be activate flute. Here's Sick Kid from
right,
Kohrek.
I
I
did forget about Sick Kid. We
expect
got the bottle.
Audra will do that as well. Just a piece of heart. Thanks, Sick Kid. Not even a full heal. Maybe a full heal for Audra. I don't know where each runner is at on their heart pieces.
Yeah, because there's so many heart pieces, it's just really hard to keep track of. Because it just feels like every single time you pick up a heart piece, you're like, oh, did I get a refill? Okay, cool.
I can't. I mean, when I'm playing, I can't keep track of whether I'm supposed to get a refill. I once got 4 heart pieces in a row, and the 4th one gave me a refill. And I kept, no, this one's the refill. No, this one's the refill. No, it just happens when it happens.
All right. Well, speaking of, look, here we are, Kohrek here in Pendant Village of Outcasts area, right? We're gonna get all the useless items, and just the next like 5 minutes is just gonna be no progression whatsoever.
Yeah, and he's down. I mean, there's few enough places left for him that he has reason to full clear Thieves Down. We know it's only useful if Ped is the answer. And we can't know if Ped's the answer without a book.
That's
so,
right.
Without the actual pendants.
Yeah.
And we have a few things missing before we can even put Ped in logic. So.
Yes. We have a lot of things missing before we can put Ped in logic.
It's one of those things where if suddenly we have an ice rod, a fire rod, and we still are missing the mirror, then your spidey sense starts tingling.
All right. Looks like we're actually gonna get a couple more checks beforehand before we're going to Pendant Thieves Town, which is gonna be hammer pegs.
Yeah, so. I don't know that you could grab the smith and then just go back into the dark world and
maybe
then do purple chip afterwards. So that wouldn't be like there isn't an efficient way to do this anyway. So you just
without
do the
the mirror.
You
are correct. There is no
efficient
efficient way to do this.
So we'll see. If he's planning on full clearing Thieves Town, I would do that first and then grab the smith. If I'm not planning on full clearing Thieves Town, I would do the front 4. And then grab the smith, and then you still can go back there afterwards. And there's the second bottle for Audra. And notice the bottles are empty.
Yep, that is by design.
That is by design. Well, mainly because there are still 4 bottles placed, and they all have to basically be the same. Now, I would argue that you could just make it so that they're all the same, at whatever the same thing is. But
you like all fairies,
all fairies, all bees.
All bees. Okay.
It'll be all bees invariably because that's just what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gabe's got jokes.
It's confirmation. It's confirmation bias, but I swear I get more bees than anything else.
All right. Oh, by the way, so notably when Audra was also in Hera, they also skipped Hera Basement. So that is at least for Hera is on parity. We're gonna see in this case if Audra decides to skip the vanilla Vicky chest in Mire. That is something that Kohrek decided to leave and then not come back for. So here we are.
Yeah, more NMG type play with the bow in Mire too. Yep. So that's cool.
Okay, so what available locations do we have that Kohrek and Audra have not checked?
Besides Smith's Chain, I don't think we have any. I think it's Smith.
We have Catfish.
We have Catfish. There's always something I forget.
Yeah.
We have Hera Basement. We have Mire Cutscene.
And then we have Smith, right? That's kind of it. Yeah. Boy, these are some really great options.
Yeah, I mean, remember when you said this is going to be a fast scene?
I have memories of my copium that happened 40 minutes ago. Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
but at
this is
least
the Quake. This is where Quake was.
Oh, right, yeah. So, wait, the good news, at least, though, is that if it's Terra Basement, right, both of them are going to feel equally as bad. I mean, it's not, okay, at least, like, it's not the, the worst case scenario, right? Yeah, both of you are going to have to kind of be in the same boat. So you've got some amount of solidarity, something.
So Audra now in, yeah, actually we can do one chest in Turtle Rock.
Correct. Well, depending on what the key layout is, right?
We might be able to do more.
Yeah, we could do all the way to Laser Bridge. No mirror, which feels a little bit bad as well, just because if you want to do something mimicate. But at the same time, if you get mirror go mode.
Also, Audra with one heart here is a little scary.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be. Okay.
Are we doing?
We are. It looks like we are going to do. Yes, we are going to go and do the vanilla big key chest. So big check here, both for. Assuming, okay, Audra's doing very well. Take it safe, yes. But this is gonna be a big check coming up here.
And Meyer is rough because there are no heart pots in this dungeon. I mean, the actual number is not 0, but basically there are no heart pots.
Yeah, there's very few.
So Audra's in a situation
certainly not
where,
within this path.
Yeah, this is kind of a bad situation.
No, Audra, no, go back. We need more torches.
Okay, that's a new one. I have not seen.
We have no fire rod. Oh right. Oh well, good dodges. Good. They might need to light the other ones early. I don't know how much time has
there's
passed.
definitely too much time. But the good news is the blocks will still be moved, so it'll be very quick and easy to go ahead and relight these because when you're playing this casually, you move all the blocks. You use the lamp.
This is a benefit of not having the fire rod, right? If you were here with the fire rod, right, you would have to go reset the room. Although if you're at the fire rod, you just shoot the bottom torches through the railings, and it wouldn't be an issue. But here we are. Okay, all right. Now actual big check here for Audra. And okay, so this is something. This is gonna kind of swing the race pretty heavily in favor of Audra. Meanwhile, kohrek is taking on blind. It is the mirror.
Oh my god,
that is a big item.
That is huge. So yeah, kohrek. When does he go back to that?
I don't know. I don't know because.
It's
okay. They've already gotten the most important item.
Audra was going for the fake powder there. It didn't quite work out, but yeah.
Now
we can just go to the back and just we're good. The mirror is big enough that that probably is okay because kohrek has a lot other things to do right now, and Audra's going to take that mirror and probably go to desert.
We can go to desert.
We can go to desert.
Can go to swamp.
And then go to swamp.
Yeah. So I mean, and then now, so Audra is definitely in fire rod go mode.
Yep.
Yeah. And so and like the fact that we have 2 crystal dungeons ahead of us, right? The fire rod is likely to be on the. I mean, it still could be in could be on the split chain, but even with the mirror now, right? Audra's going to make that bit more efficient.
And
it's in the map chest. We were almost there. They were just so excited, You got the mirror out. That's pretty much like a key, It's like the key to unlocking the rest of this dungeon or the seed.
All right, so kohrek is going to do the same thing that Audra did for the Skull Woods, and it's going to take forever because Skull Woods has no items in it yet. We now know that whatever is in, we don't care about what's in Skull Woods anymore. With Fire Rod Go mode and the items, every chest checked already that we can. Yeah, I think Audra got so excited with that mirror.
Yeah, well, it's a huge find. I don't know if they know how huge it is, relatively speaking, right? But it is. I mean, it's an objectively huge find.
Oh yeah, and it's one of those things where if you're Audra, I think you play to that mirror and you hope your opponent skipped it. That's your that mirror was and is your out. Okay, so we're actually approaching one of the few heart pots in Misery Mire. We'll see if Audra decides to pick it up. Unfortunately, it is one of those heart pots that can despawn on you. Oh, good, it did not despawn.
Well, definitely killing off the Wizrobes is
that helps,
All right, okay. Kohrek has gotten all of the value out of Skullwoods, and so right now he definitely. So we know he doesn't know that the mirror is not behind the fire rod, but right now he is definitely still looking for a mirror, as you mentioned, some sort of desert palace entry, which in this case, if he finds a mirror, that's great, and if he's also looking for the fire rod. Now the danger though.
Yeah, turning green pendant, that makes sense. You did Thieves Town for a green pendant.
That's right. Yeah. The danger, I think, having a fire rod though, finding it, or a cape for that matter, I think he's gonna go into his palace.
Fire Rod suddenly opens up the possibility of mirror on ped for kohrek. That's not ideal.
Well, we still need Ice Rod, right, somewhere?
I said the possibility.
Oh, possibility.
I
yeah.
mean, you know, if
Okay, because we got one step closer. Yeah.
So, Laser Bridge has its jokes. And
oh, you mean to tell me that we could potentially find the Ice Rod on Laser Bridge? What a novel
have we
concept.
not seen Agena?
You're right. We haven't. Okay, it's just just another location.
I mean,
Sphere Zero.
okay,
No, don't worry about it.
is a very common early skip.
We also did like Mini Molder Cave at like the 20 and the 30-minute mark. All right, so
Yes,
this
we
seed
did.
has not been like super normal, like for all intents and purposes.
And it's just 20 rupees. But yeah, I think Audra's probably after this. Maybe does Desert first, but then also has Checkerboard and that check to finish off of, and then go to Swamp most likely.
Yeah, but it seems for Audra, like I've got some nice, again, 2 crystal dungeons kind of like ahead of them.
Yep.
However they want to do it, it's totally up to them.
And
maybe they could do Desert first, so instead of making the decision for Left Side Swamp.
I would do Desert first, and then do Checkerboard, and then do Agena, and then go to Swamp.
Yeah, so we have the mirror, right? So everything with the mirror now makes
Because if
it
Fire
so
Rod's
much
in
more
Desert,
efficient.
you don't have to touch any of that other stuff. You get Go Mode Swamp, which is like the best thing in the
Exactly.
world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if we could also check Checkerboard as well, that is a very convenient mirror spot location that has been opened up. Speaking of not open up convenience and efficiency, kohrek is now going to, again, we don't have the mirror, so we gotta save and quit.
But even if Fire Rod's on here, now he just follows the Fire Rod, and Audra can do Smith Chain with the mirror much more efficiently.
Well, right, So I mean, again, the mirror just affords you that much more time, right? And so kohrek's gonna for sure, if we find the Fire Rod on kohrek's side, he's gonna for sure do Skull Woods, finish that because there is one item in the back.
Yep.
And then, what does one do with the Fire Rod? Do you go into... Did you ask me something about earlier about Pendant Ice Palace, Tracy?
I did.
I'm a little bit worried of that concept.
I probably do Pendant Ice before I do Pendant Turtle Rock, just because Ice is much quicker to get to, but like Turtle Rock has 5 or 6 items in it, and you can get to all of them but Trinex if you have a Fire Rod.
Yeah, and we know, of course, from Audra's side that it is Quake, which we do have. kohrek has not checked it yet, because he doesn't have the knowledge, but... with 2 out of 3 medallions, maybe he's confident enough for it to happen. All right, so it looks like nothing on the Smith. We're gonna go again. We're gonna see the full content of mirrorless Smith Chain. Right, we've got hammer pegs separately. We've got we didn't have to do hammer pegs separately, but turn in the Smith, save and quit. Pick up the purple chest, save and quit.
Yep.
Go to the light world, turn to the purple chest.
Meanwhile, there's our last sword in Desert, and
okay.
those are both our items. So we're done with all the items in Desert. Land Mode doesn't have anything.
Yep.
We
just have a crystal. So actually, this opens up. Oh no, does not open Pyramid. So this is a 5/6 crystal, but we do not have the other.
Yeah,
we don't have
the
his companion.
5/6 crystals are relevant. Pyramid Fairy is relevant because Skullwoods is the turn in. So, like all the difference in these go modes is. I mean, if kohrek does get mirror go mode and the Fire Rod's bad enough, mirror go mode's a nice one. There's a lot of things that you now don't have to do with the mirror. But if the mirror blocks the Fire Rod, then kohrek's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say mirror go mode is maybe looking a bit more likely. Although, granted, we don't really know what that Fire Rod is. But, I mean, I don't know when
There's a lot of
kohrek's...
places that Fire Rod could be, and it's not in the purple chest.
I don't know when kohrek's going to go back to Meyer for that second item. Once, in general, right, once you decide to consciously make a skip, that is going to be your last location.
Yeah, this
right?
looks like it's going to be Hera Basement.
Maybe Spike Cave? It could be Turtle Rock, as you mentioned.
He has a fairy. He could do Spike Cave. It's
Right,
out of
yeah,
logic,
yeah.
but he can do it.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going to do Dark to the Mountain, we're going to do Turtle Rock. As you mentioned, this is probably the next area in terms of density play. Oh, by the way, speaking of, we do not have any rods still, so we're just going to use our Tempered Sword and slash and spin.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tempered Sword is going to be faster than the NMG Arrow fight, which Audra can do, but... Like if it was
it might depend on the person.
Yeah. Well,
like if you get any of the 123 runners in here, they might figure out a way to do.
I'm actually a little surprised that Audra didn't have the arrows selected just for extra firepower. But in the end,
maybe it's not worth it because you said if Audra only menus and no quick swap, maybe it's not worth it to them.
Yeah, and actually that's a really good point. So, and we're gonna go back in the mirror portal. This will be checkerboard and then
into Agena, right?
Into Agena, and then you're gonna do Swamp. And I mean, you could consider doing some of the. I would imagine Swamp. We'll see whether left side comes into play. And then you do the dumb mirror checks that you couldn't do before because you didn't have a mirror.
So would you do K45 before Swamp, do you think? It is kind of out of the way, but also the same... Okay, well, I guess there's another distraction for us, which is the shovel. That's also...
You know, I could see doing K45 and shovel check.
Because you can combine them
because
now? Is that more incentivized now?
It's a little more incentivized to do both, but I think I would go into Swamp.
I guess you would feel maybe you feel worse if it was just kind of like on the way, right?
Oh, hey, that's it.
That's it for kohrek.
We're done.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But that's spike cave in logic.
That is true. Maybe that's what kohrek is thinking about. You think about getting out and then going, just basically running out and running straight over back to spike cave. Or we're just gonna go up and do it right now. This is probably faster, honestly.
Yeah, without the mirror, this is faster. Yeah. I mean, you could death warp off the spikes, but you really want to want your health. You want your health to do spike cave out of logic, because what's going to happen is he's going to die.
In logic, right? We have burn.
Oh yeah, we have burn. It's in logic now. Honestly, I would probably still just use the fairy and save my magic, especially since we know we don't get half magic in this mode. So.
Half magic is definitely much more of a premium here, because you also mentioned, right, all the bottles come empty, right? So it's kind of like in order to go get more resources, safeties, whatever, it is a conscious decision for you to have to kind of go out of your way in order to go get it. It doesn't give very much out of your way.
This is faster, so yeah, I'm not surprised he decided to do it this way, but it is just a piece of heart. And Audra says, I'm going to do K45, and I assume we'll do dig game before going into Swamp Palace.
A shovel spot, right? I think they
Well,
did.
I mean, it is a
It
digging
is a
thing.
dig. it is a free one dig game. That's right. It is very fun.
I was joking the other day that if you have the shovel, the dig game should be free.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a bring your own shovel type of thing.
I don't need to rent your shovel. I have a shovel.
Exactly.
Let me just dig.
All right, where is kohrek going here? Is this catfish? I'm trying
Probably.
to think of where, because kohrek's already finished pod.
We've
already done
the
pyramid.
shovel. Okay, now we're definitely doing Swamp for Audra, and then if Swamp isn't the answer, then I assume Graveyard Legend to Catfish, maybe? Seems like the best play.
Yeah, because right now Audra's kind of missing. I mean, like right now, like Ice Palace is completely locked off for Audra.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Audra will never. Well, I was gonna say never, but if the cave shows up, then suddenly Ice Palace is in play.
Yeah.
We now know Turtle Rock is not going to be in play because it's
because Fire
Rock.
Rock. Yeah.
And.
But I mean,
I don't think you go. If you're Audra, I don't think you go all the way up to Turtle Rock for one check like that.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you would probably want to go up with something else extra, right? I mean, they made a conscious decision to leave, and again, when you only have kind of like one item check available to you in some like remote location, catfish withstanding, especially we've got better options, more efficient options. Like for example, there's Smith Chain, right, available for Audra. That's more efficient, made by the mirror. Probably gonna do that first. All right, so yeah, so catfish, not gonna, screw anybody over today by having something, but also we just, screwed ourselves out of like a minute, time.
Okay, is this Hera basement?
This might be Hera basement. So we're actually seeing the consequence here of of no mirror going up to go back to Hera. Yeah, we do not have a shortcut way back, and this is actually gonna be an even more painful check because, again, we have to run all the way around, right? And I think kohrek at this point, well, we're going to see. If the fire rod is here, we might feel a little bad. Okay. But that also might, I think it's actually going to be better if kohrek, if the fire rod is not in basement, because then kohrek's going to go basically into Ice Palace, right, after Skull Woods, and then go back to Meyer. So I'd rather him just go to Meyer.
And our I was going to say our first SGLIVE Specky clip, but almost certainly it is not.
Oh, yeah, at this point, probably, yeah. There were like 10 other races before this.
I meant on Restream, but we've had Restream races already. So Audra doing the Specky clip did grab the small key, which means, I don't know what that means for sure. It does mean that I know Audra doesn't like to do the diver down. So we'll just flood the key if they decide to do left side swamp first. I would expect to go back to the back first, because, you're go minus one, right? You go minus one. So could have chosen to pick up the key on the re-entry. Yeah. It's kind of but the one nice thing if you pick up the key early, say the fire rod's in the next chest, you now don't have to pick up the Phelps key, which is like
that
one
key
of the
is terrible.
I hate that key so much.
The game designers did such a great job with that room because that water tectite is so well timed to get in your way.
Yep.
So if you can skip, that's actually one of the nice things about key drop. You just bring your own keys,
I know, right?
and then you don't get bullied. But I mean, it's actually kind of be one of the rare instances where it actually doesn't happen.
Retro mode.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You
Yeah,
just buy an
retro's
extra
great.
key and you're good to go. Okay, so it's not the back of Swamp unless it's Argus.
Unless it's Argus, right? But speaking of Argus, by the way, we also still don't have a rod for phase 2.
And kohrek running out of places to go.
Well, he's gonna go to Meyer cutscene chest because I don't think he has anywhere else to go.
I think it's Meyer cutscene chest because nothing else is left. And there's that pickup. Remember to pick up the small keys, and because even if you love Diver it's your favorite strat ever, you can't do it coming back in. So you want to be able to flood the key. I mean, you can do see some players will do the thing where they flood it, and I'm missing how I'm supposed to describe this, but you want both. Either way, you want the extra key.
Yeah.
You need the extra key to do any kind of a faster play there.
All right, okay. So we're
kohrek
almost
gonna
done?
feel really bad for you. I mean,
Well, I
at this point,
think he already feels
knows.
kind of bad.
He just doesn't know what she did. Oh,
Oh,
God,
no.
not the
Oh, no.
cave. Oh man. Okay. Well,
Oh no! I'm sorry, Tracy. What did you say 5 minutes ago about finding the cave? Okay.
I do. The first thing I do is left side swamp, and then
You would do left side swamp
I would
first?
do left
Okay,
side swamp
alright,
first.
okay.
Absolutely. I'm right here. I got the mirror in a dump spot, so I'm gonna go do left side swamp, and then I go do north dark world.
Oh, with like
Because
regular Lush
you're
and
getting
catfish.
you get your bombos
Yeah.
if you need it, catfish, and Audra hasn't done pyramid yet. I don't think so.
That's true,
So
yep.
it does go do pyramid.
Yeah.
Hasn't done the man on the bridge. You can do that with the mirror pretty efficiently. It's a pretty efficient route, and then it just takes you right into Ice Palace.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
actually a pretty efficient route that Audra's looking at right now.
Correct. Remembering that he is
There is
not
also
fire rod.
there is still Smith Chain. They might choose to do that instead, which would give kohrek some time back.
Yeah.
But it is mirrorless Smith Chain, so it won't give a lot of time back.
It's mirrored Smith Chain versus mirrored.
Yeah, it's
right?
mirrored, but not as opposed to mirrorless.
And just for those who may have turned in a little bit later, we did see bombos on Bumper Ledge. We have no fire rod so far, but and nothing stopping the fire rod from being in Ice Palace. Everyone's favorite place to look. Okay, this is. I almost don't want to watch kohrek's expression. Maybe he's already accepted his fate that something is here. It is the mirror.
Yep, that was the I know there was something here. I skipped it.
All right. Okay. So now kohrek and Audra are in the same position in that they are looking for fire rod for go mode. Audra, of course, has certainly a bit more of a head start, in terms of traversing out Swamp Palace and deserts. However, as you mentioned before, right, there are a lot of things that Audra has done, or sorry, that Audra has not done that kohrek has done. So there could be some time that just not as much, right, just because the mirror affords you that much more efficiency. All right, what's the left side swamp? It is cash.
I mean, it's going to be the big key here to get to the big chest. It's just
Of course it is.
happens.
Yes, of course it is. It's actually kind of funny. Oh my. Well, I was gonna say.
I don't need to be psychic to have predicted that one.
It's like, sure, we'll just spend a little bit more time in our favorite dungeon, of course. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny when it happens in cross keys, because that is something you don't expect.
You don't
right?
expect that in cross keys.
Yeah. Okay, so I think kohrek went straight to the back. I want to say.
No, he's hoping he's go -1, so you hope that Landmo drops the fire out.
Yeah.
But both items are on the right side, so he's going to go back into desert. It is the right call for him to do it this way, but it's not going to. It's not going to lose him anytime particularly. I'm legit not sure which would be faster, but in the end, it's just not going to matter. So let's see where Audra goes. I still think. We'll see if because at this point it's either Smith's or that dark. Dark roll route that I talked about.
Yeah, but looks like it's gonna be a dark roll. At least we're gonna pick up bombos. We might just
way,
now. Yeah.
Either way, you have to go to the dark roll. So
yeah,
there's no choice at this point. It's just do you go to the right or do you go down?
You could go down and then right, or up and then right. But you know what? kohrek using one of the best items here in the game.
Yeah.
We've got also a trademark file name here. We're doing some bow landmos. Looking actually pretty decent. You got some pretty good cycles here, first 1 and 2. It's gonna be early 3, maybe 4. It's okay. Last one got away.
kohrek decides.
Very, very good position though. Nice job, kohrek. Early 4. Unfortunately, though, we knew this from Audra's side, is no item on Lamos.
Oh gosh,
this is Audra's race game and live rig. This is actually hilarious.
Well, left the mirror portal in a place where you can then grab the smiths. I completely forgot that Audra never did this.
Yeah. There's a lot of action here going on. Okay. It looks like kohrek's we're gonna go back and do right side desert.
Yep.
We're gonna get both items, including the green 20. That is our sword replacement, and a heart piece.
Yep.
Then we're gonna do checkerboard, and we're gonna go waste some more time with the shovel because that also led to nothing.
Also, good knowledge with the mirror portal to make sure that you don't end up in the wrong spot and not and get bonked back. So
is Audra a cross-keys runner? Do you know?
No.
Okay. All right. Was that a silly question? I was gonna say, so people who play cross-keys, people who inverted.
Audra has played cross-keys, has played in the tournament, but to call Audra a cross-keys runner would not be a correct statement.
All right. Okay, that is fair. That's fair. Yeah, you certainly see a lot more like people who have probably earlier Dark World access or whatnot, right? Entrance is one of those things. Inverted is another one of those modes. People definitely get much more accustomed to knowing in this case where to mirror and where not to mirror.
But yeah, even like Audra's still going to be ahead at this point, unless Audra completely abandons the stuff and does the mountain stuff that we know is not the answer, which doesn't make sense. Like it makes sense to do Smiths or not. But it doesn't make sense to go and do like the 3 mountain checks that they have left instead of this route. I mean, the game gave. A lot of times runners will say the game gave you bombos for a reason.
We are doing powderless bat.
Turn your cape on or something, please.
We're trying real hard. Yep. So
I forgot we reset the mushrooms.
Audra reset the mushrooms. But I mean, only Audra could do this. We have not found powder here. But if the fire rod is here, that would be holy cow. That would be.
I'd want to I'd want to give this to Sinek and find out where the powder was. But it's not an issue because we have the bombs. And from there, it's probably quicker to go ahead and save and quit rather than to leave and flute. So that's what Audra does.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, right? So we're gonna be at the locksmith, and then if we want to just go straight back into Dark World, right?
Now then you flute to 3 and do the stuff. And Kohrek's doing the shovel.
Yeah.
So maybe doesn't do K45 before Swamp Palace, which is fine because it's nothing, and Swamp Palace is bombos, which is dumb.
Yeah.
So now. Let's see, this will probably be flute to 3? Yep, flute to 3, so now we'll do that Dark World loop that I discussed before, and unless this Graveyard Ledge is going to take us all the way to Ice Palace, most likely.
And I think it's also fair, because, so Graveyard Ledge right now is pretty isolated for both, of course, kohrek and Audra. However,
No, he
wants the magic.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. But I mean, like, there's not going to be kind of a better time to do it, and if you're going to try and...
It's more... Well, actually, it's going to be the same because they've both done the boost checks.
Right.
It's a little more isolated for kohrek because it doesn't have Catfish and Pyramid to continue on to. So, if the answer is Graveyard Ledge, it's not going to take kohrek that long. Oh, Audra is not getting the bombos. Okay.
Maybe we'll go after.
Okay, yeah. If this is the answer, then you just don't bother with the bombos because you don't need it.
Well, yeah, or maybe Audra just doesn't want to go to Catfish. Maybe we'll just go back to Bumper Ledge. I guess like commitment is like maybe if it's just here, you don't want to necessarily commit to a whole pendant dungeon, right?
Yeah, and it's not fast to pick up the item on that ledge, and it's just a heart piece there on Graveyard Ledge. So we're still looking for the fire rod. I hope they go back and get that bombos because you want the opportunity to go into Ice Palace when it presents itself. And at this point,
at this point it's kind of looking.
It almost has to be Ice Palace. So
Well, we're gonna go back.
Audra's gonna go get that bombos, and I'm gonna almost certainly take this into Ice Palace. Kohrek also gonna grab the key early. I see most what I've been in Specky Club is still new enough that. What the fastest things are still not quite figured out. I'm convinced it's faster to do Diver Down rather than flooding the key. But like
I think Diver Down is still faster.
I think it's still faster, but it's of course means you got to get it first try. Like if you're going to try it for 10 seconds, and miss it a few times, then it's no longer faster. And so I imagine some runners will take the consistency of just flooding the key over. Anything else, and Audra grabs the bombos, and if they head straight to ice, which isn't unreasonable.
We're going to Ice Palace.
It is not unreasonable at all to just go to Ice Palace because it's 3 items.
We're
you
just
got the
not going to
bomb
Catfish. Catfish is never worth it.
Mirror in dumb spot to Bombos in dumb spot to Ice Palace. It totally makes sense. So this is what else could be? I mean, it could be a book. Please no. Like book just be in GT. Like I don't mind an early book, but I hate a late book.
Yeah, late book, late mirror. I mean, we've kind of already seen in this case, like not only of course the mirror forces so much efficiency, right?
Yep.
Audra's actually just saving, you know, a lot of time basically over kohrek, just because when we go to Hera, if we choose to go that, we can actually use the mirror, right, as opposed to anything else.
Yep.
But also the fact that like. is just way better at this point, right? And yeah, and what I was gonna say, yeah. So like, when you also have late mirror, you also have a lot of isolated mirror locations because you've probably already cleared out a bunch of the world, just like the book, right? When you get a late book, when are you gonna go back to Ether Tablet? When are you gonna go back to Bombos
Like
Tablet?
if you get if kohrek got a book here, which we know is not gonna happen.
Then that would
pretty easy to go to
would
Bombos
at least be
Tablet.
okay.
But then you're also going. But then when you go to Ether Tablet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
especially for kohrek, like, well, okay, at least he has the mirror this time, so he doesn't make another loop over. But again, what does he have left over there? Nothing. He just has the tablet.
Yep.
And so it's just a very unappealing check at that point. Okay, all right. So one more spin, and then
no
kohrek
rods.
and still no rods.
Still no
We're gonna get our great cape. And we're gonna go get Bombos. Great. Kohrek is. I'm sure Audra is also just, you know, was very amused by the chain of events that's happened this season so far.
Yep. And now Audra doesn't know that this has. Well, I say has to be the answer, but like, I'm bad at remembering every single location, so it's not unusual for me to forget something. But I don't think we are. Now it's not last location for Audra in particular. It's kind of the collective last location of our players.
Yeah, and I think Audra, for what it's worth, I believe they still have like the first checker or the Turtle Rock. I mean, they're no, Tracy, can you stop saying items? We only have so many left, right?
Okay, well,
so what are we? So
one item left.
Okay, so when are we gonna go over to either? Well, okay, I'll for Audra, we can go back to her basement.
I was gonna say.
When do we go back to Bombos?
For Audra, Bombos Tablet worries me more.
I mean, well, when are they going to go to this terrible location, right?
Because Ether Tablet combines with a bunch of other things, so if the answer is Ether Tablet, they're fine. Bombos Tablet doesn't combine with anything. We've done never mind.
Okay, you know what? All right.
Red herring.
Yep, so okay, all right. We should have said the fire rod just much sooner. That is go mode for Audra at 115. We have the rule of fire still persists to this day. Was coined, many seasons ago, but yeah, that is go mode. We have Ice Palace, not Ice Palace, Skullwoods to do.
And we just gotta go straight to.
And then we're climbing the mountain. We're going to Skullwoods first, right?
Audra, please.
Right. Okay, maybe the Dead Rock is a blessing in disguise. Maybe Audra will actually just flute away because we still need to use the flute. We're just. It's okay.
This is kind of a classic Audra move where they forget exactly what they need to do.
This is a not uncommon occurrence. Is what you're saying.
Well, because again, they don't track.
Good points.
And I'm hoping the good news is the music is going to be pendant music if they go into Turtle Rock.
We remembered.
Oh no, okay. This is fine. This is fine. Remembered before it became too late.
That's right.
Kohrek's going to do Graveyard Ledge, and for Kohrek, this will be a last location.
We're going into so he's already done Catfish, so we're gonna do Graveyard Ledge, probably into Bombos, picking the Bombos pickup, and then he's going to Ice Palace.
Yeah, Kohrek's done everything. Like this is gonna be last location for Kohrek, because he did Pyramid, he did Catfish, he did Man Under the Bridge, he did all this stuff. You see him shaking his head because it's not in Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, but I think his decisions, at least when he got the mirror though, is correct. We just need to. Did we pick up Bombos? I'm gonna assume we picked up Bombos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kohrek did pick up Bombos.
Okay. Yeah. The longer, if Audra's kind of like memory lapse had gone a little bit longer, would have certainly given Kohrek some time back. But I think the fact that the fire rod was in the big chest of Ice Palace.
I think Audra had enough time to take it all the way through to a G.
Right. Yeah, I still
call
think
it a
Audra would be
G6.
ahead.
I'm gonna start calling it a G6. In Super Metroid, if you try and go to Turian and you haven't killed all the bosses, typically you've killed 3 bosses. We call it a G3 because it's the golden 4. So I think I'm going to call the go to GT without all your crystals a G6 because you don't. You're missing a crystal.
You're missing. Well, at least. So is there also like G5?
No.
That has happened for what it's worth.
Actually, like I'm gonna take that back because there's now some customization you can do in that randomizer to like make things like Crocomire required. So maybe you could do a G5. I don't know. I will not ever, as
us all
Super
go
Metroid
to
organizer and league administrator, I will never force that on my runners.
let us all just go to GC with the proper number of crystals required.
Please.
That would make all of us very happy. Nice, cool fight for Audra on Mothula. Okay, that is our last crystal. Now we can safely go to GT.
Now we can go to GT. No G6s will be a G7. I meant to be looking at chat.
Are we counting? Are we counting numbers?
Are we counting numbers? I mean, if you all want to put numbers in chat, I'm not going to look back and see who's the winner. But if you want to call yourself out, I'm not going to say you're wrong. But we will count. I'll try to count. But as people know, I'm bad at counting.
That is unfortunate because that makes two of us, and we might be a bit lost. Luckily, we have Link Force. She is our best counter, objectively, and not even and relatively.
Kohrek has just gotten that focus and now worried about tablets. And fortunately for everyone, is not going to ever have to go check one.
Dead Rocks are really playing favorites here. Well, actually, they're not. They're just being jerks.
It's the Dead Rocks. What do you expect?
Exactly.
We had enough. We had enough of Dead Rocks and Enemizer Week in weird places. At least here, they're just in the normal places.
Have you ever had expectations so low for something and then they're still able to go lower than them? Yes, that's what Dead Rocks are.
All right, Kohrek now in Goma with the Fire Rod.
All right,
a little bit too late compared to what Audra did.
A little chuckle there. Just game.
Yeah, yes. For anybody that maybe came in late, the Kohrek was on a really nice route. Did Pot Eastern, things were falling his way pretty nicely, and went to Meyer and skipped cutscene chess as you do. I will never criticize a runner for skipping a slow check. It's
especially in casual.
Yeah, it's a slow check. No one likes to do it. If the answer wasn't the answer wasn't there and it's in one of those other places, then Audra would have just wasted like 30 seconds having checked it. So I will never criticize a runner for skipping something like that. But he did skip it, and it was the mirror. Audra, on the other hand, we had like super early Darkhold access. Instead of doing what a lot of runners would do and just go straight to Eastern, went straight into Dark World. Unfortunately for Audra, there was nothing there. There was just nothing there. Full clear Green Pendant Thieves Town. Turned the Green Pendant into, again, nothing. And then was basically following Kohrek. But when Audra got to Meyer, decided to do the cutscene. And it was the mirror. And Kohrek has been last location that mirror, and then last location the Fire Rod in Ice Big Chest. And that's where we're at right now. That's two.
Oh,
that's two.
That's two. Oh, well.
And Audra is not a standard big key router. Audra will try and read the key logic, which is, by the way, doable, but to really do it properly, you need to do tile room. Audra's not doing tile room, I hope.
Well, given that we are on the left side, we are not going to do tile room right now, at least.
But don't be surprised if Audra mirrors out of Stalfos room to go ahead and go back to the right side. You don't see that a lot from runners. Audra will kind of do it by feel. We got all the small keys.
I know, and all the money too. It looks like we're gonna kill everything, so we are. Oh, you know what? We're just right here.
Right there.
No silvers, by the way, so no need to go search extra chests. If we want some extra health, that would also be acceptable. But silver's definitely not in the pool here.
So that was number 1, 2, 3, 4,
they're in the pool. Never mind.
Was that 5?
No, they're pool. Yeah, it's alright. We can stuff for silvers. I forgot. That's right. In progressive posts.
Yeah, I don't think Audra's. I would check for silvers because I'm bad at the game. But I don't think Audra's gonna check for silvers.
All right, okay, we'll see. Yeah, and honestly, kind of pausing out. It's the last check. We were already kind of there, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. One of the other differences, right, is so I think after the mirror pickup, Audra and Kohrek pretty much did very similar checks, as in they did those the Smith Chain, Graveyard Ledge, K45, Shovel Chain, all this stuff, right? Yep. It just happens to be that because Audra had the mirror, they just did things so much faster because you're able to. And you see Kohrek kind of going back to Hera Basement. No mirror is another minute plus 90 seconds, even just to get to Hera to begin with.
Okay,
right?
so what's Kohrek's typical big key route?
I believe it is Hope Room first.
Okay.
But we'll get to see in this case.
It-
It's been quite a while since I think he's played a non-entrance
I mean,
mode, so
I was making the joke all last week that for in League we had several weeks in a row where just not Ped, well Ped 2 actually, but GT routing wasn't really a thing. We weren't counting the big key. We had the 1 week where instead of counting the big key, we were counting the Triforce.
Triforce, yeah.
You know? But so for some of these runners, it's like might have been a while before they did just a normal GT.
Oh yeah. Especially for, I mean, I think it's very uncommon for if you're in a cross key seed, right, or interest, in order to do like a GT big key hunt. I guess in GT for that matter, but you know.
I mean, well, you go to GT to just see what's there.
Exactly,
And then you get
yeah.
the big key and you curse because now the climb's in logic and you don't want to do that.
That's actually really nicely maneuvered for Audra,
Yep.
like on G5. Like really nice to use the Ice Physics in order to try and get around and take no damage. Meanwhile, though, Kohrek is here in GT, gonna open up. Everybody has the right number crystals.
Yay!
Everyone's happy.
Yay! I don't know if that bonk was on purpose, but I think Audra avoided
I think it was not. Well, we saw the head shake, so I assume it was not intentional.
But I think that Audra avoided the fireball by
He
doing
did.
that
Of course he
bonk,
did,
so
yeah.
it kind of worked out. Oh no, we're going. Oh, we're gonna go do. It looks like it's Dark Magician, but it won't be because Kohrek's gonna get the big key.
Oh, all right. Okay, that's fine too.
So Kohrek is gonna give him just a tiny little bit of time because he won't have checked.
Don't have to. Yeah, no hope room in this case. Yeah. And I think, like, so this route going to Southwest Room first, right, it does cut down on the variance potentially, because, if it is no small key and the big key is in Compass Room, that is like 3 minutes or something, right?
Yep.
Basically of difference worth of time. So probably doesn't necessarily want to take that right now. But yeah, that's it. All right, that's big key for Kohrek, no silvers. We're finally going to get to the meat of the upstairs GT, where they're actually the items as opposed to like the enemies.
Well, again, I don't see us checking items.
Maybe mini helmet left. Although, oh no, you know what? Actually, maybe another thing is like if you don't have the hook shot kind of equipped out, maybe it's just another thing that you have to go and like use in order to get the chest, right? So forget it. We're just
Also,
gonna-
of note, no powder, so we
No
don't
powder?
get, unless we want to do fake powder, which probably we don't. We're just gonna keep going. Do grab the magic, please. Thank you. I mean, I know Audra's very good at the Ganon fight, and it has done the 3 heart low percent, which
that's still crazy.
well, actually it doesn't even matter that the 3 hearts actually don't matter for this because it has done the Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight for that.
Well,
So,
talking
should
about
be-
silvers,
yeah,
we do
so
not
should be
have
fine.
them, so yeah. But we got arrows to insult though, to
So-
add to our injuries.
So could have probably dealt with it with just the magic that they had.
Yeah,
just-
and they
but
have
please,
lamp too.
You know, there's a free
so-
magic pot there, so please grab the magic pot.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no reason to take extra risk. I mean, this type of risk is also just like it's like what low cost, but also like extreme high
Yep.
high risk, right? Because if you run out of magic, we have no magic potion, so we have nothing to
Audra's
refill.
not stopped and gotten a potion. I believe Kohrek has a fairy.
Yeah, he got it from Waterfall.
I saw a fairy in Kohrek's bottle.
It might be used if Kohrek isn't careful here in the gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, but he might be being less careful because he knows.
Oh
he
yeah,
has
he's fair. Okay, that's also that's a good, very good.
I saw it on probably on his quick swap.
Kohrek.
Audra, 3 hearts down.
Oh. That's right, we should be more worried about Audra because Audra doesn't have safety.
No, there's no safeties there. This is not a good Aga fight.
Oh my gosh. It's
I am reminded.
The important thing is we're gonna live through this. That's
There we go. We're
okay.
good. Honestly, this is one of the things I noticed
Half the heart
in
rate.
particular. This is one of the things I really noticed last year at SGLIVE was that it wasn't uncommon for the Aga 2 fights to just go badly because they're of the different equipment. We talked about earlier, this is not the equipment our runners are used to playing on, and it seemed, I asked a runner, and he said, I don't know about that, but this is what I'm noticing, just from what I've seen. Kohrek, you could have grabbed that heart. You could have grabbed that heart.
Kohrek was not on one-hit KO mode on this bridge, which is, for the better. That bridge is super scary. You can just get knocked off, and then you fall off, and then you're just dead. So. All right, but we're gonna start the Ganon fight here on Audra's side. It looks like a good maybe setup for 1-1. I don't.
No, I think we got kind of out of the way.
Yeah,
a little bit.
oh,
no, okay. Well,
it looks like Audra was probably playing a little bit
Yeah.
more like cautiously, and then didn't have enough time. It's fine.
yeah,
I mean, we know from
doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Kohrek's still in just Torches 2, so Audra has time to still do this, and now has 6 hearts instead of 2.5.
Yeah, it's a lot safer.
This is fine. You got the blue mail. Shout out to Blue Mail because we're really happy we have it
Blue
now.
Mail, Tempered Sword. Yeah, we should be good. All right, this looks like a better setup. Well, all right, well, it may not get the 1-1. We'll see. But we didn't get hit though. All right. Okay. No, we got. That's great. We're good. We're good.
Now,
we're on to phase
of
3.
note, when Kohrek gets to Ganon, it will be different warp patterns. It will be the warp patterns that we would have seen if Audra hadn't died.
This could have been a gamble. I mean, sorry, gambit, right? You die to save a couple of warps, right? We don't know how many warps Kohrek would get here. All right, where are these silver arrows? Where do you think they are? Turtle Rock?
GT.
GT. Turtle Rock. All right. Link Force is calling Turtle Rock here.
I mean, GT's the easy answer, so I'm kind of copping out.
My tower.
See?
All right.
I mean,
maybe they're in Compass chests. Maybe they're in Random Room. Maybe they were the big chests that we just.
mean,
maybe they were upstairs that we didn't see.
I'm guessing they're not upstairs. Could they have been upstairs? Of course they could have been upstairs.
Yeah, I mean we didn't.
Upstairs.
Yeah, we didn't check it.
We only saw 7 chests.
We saw 7 total in GT. Yeah, we saw the 2 Hope Room chests. We saw we saw the Torch.
Yep.
And then we saw the Salvus Room, and then we saw Molder chest.
Oh, we did see Moldon chest.
Yeah, because we got 10 arrows out of it for both of them. So.
In the end, this has turned into a really close race.
It was.
So, yeah, really, good job to both runners. I really liked, just in general, just based on their early run, I really liked the way they played it. And there's Ganon dead. Just got to cross that bridge.
Yeah, get your GGs out in chat and the audience, I guess, for Audra. I mean, you don't get to see that very often, right? Because we're here live, SGL. So
and
exciting.
We'll finish up with an unofficial time of 1:29.16.
Yeah, that is Audra GGs. All right, just dropping down into Ganon. Kohrek, I believe there's probably some sound that can come in.
Yeah, I think Kohrek's going to go ahead and finish this. A lot of times,
it looks like
live, a lot of times you don't finish.
Or not.
Okay, or he'll die and he won't finish.
We're good.
No, he's got the fairy.
It's alright. It looks like Kohrek is done. So.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Alright, big GGs to Kohrek. Yeah. Alright. So Kohrek finishing up. Ganon's he might die here again. Alright. But yeah, that is a win in the books for Audra in groups.
Yeah, I know for Audra that's 2-0. I don't know what
Kohrek is 1-1 now.
Okay,
Kohrek won earlier versus I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry, you told me earlier and I totally forgot.
Pool float maybe?
I'm sorry? Pool float, yes. It was pool float.
Because I know Audra's race was against Josh Bittner, so
that's right, yes.
I'm assuming that Josh was not playing 2 runners at the same time.
Yet. Okay, we don't have that yet.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get set up for the interview.
Yeah, that would be
great.
great.
Do we make room for them here,
do we scoot over? Okay. We scoot over? Or... Oh, it's these 4. Okay, so... Okay, I'll just...
Do you want Clear Mouse to...
No, you see these 4 seats, right? Oh. So you can maybe just move your laptop down or on your... Yeah.
Okay, so now...
Does he have...
just grab a mic.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Just come interview. How's it going, Kohrek? GG's. All right, okay, we can talk to you first. All right, well, GG's. So your early game route was pretty good. Talk to us about full clearing, Kohrek, and skipping, potentially, or what your strategy kind of was going after your crystals.
I mean, my strategy was to just make the, efficient skips where it made sense to, and I made 3 skips, and one of them was...
What was your third skip?
I skipped Catfish, I skipped
Catfish, yeah, okay.
Hammer Basement, and I skipped Vanilla Vicky and Meyer, and not only was it Vanilla Vicky and Meyer, but that was the third one I went back to, so...
Yeah, it was. was. You had a really good early game though. Like you went to so you went to Eastern early. And you got your mitts out of Logic. That was pretty cool. So you got definitely early Dark World access. Audra, on the other hand, decided to go into Village of Outcasts immediately.
Dark World.
Yep.
After Clear Mouse asked me, "Do you go into Dark World?" and I said no. And of course, you like to do the opposite things of what I say, which is fine. And got nothing. Dark World.
Did you feel behind at all, or were you okay with that, or did that kind of impacted your game at all?
It was like I felt like I didn't know if I was behind yet or not because was it 3 items in back of Thieves Town?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 items plus green pendant.
I feel like there's a lot of situations where you just do that. Like even if you get to it later, you just maybe do it anyways. It tells you a lot about where things aren't, at least. I had like no items at that point. Like it's super early, right? So like there's a lot of things I can get that help me. Yeah, I don't know. It just like it like gave me an answer for like what I had to do for the rest of the seed. Is if Thieves Town was never in, it was also efficient routing for green pendant turn in, but like it gave me an answer for the rest of the seed. If I ever had to decide anything else, I had to be okay. I did Thieves Town, I got nothing. How does that affect my decisions? And then I made a couple big mistakes after. Well, just like 2 big execution mistakes, I guess.
No, I'm thinking your big mistakes towards the end when you tried to go to GT without
Well, no, I didn't try to go to GT.
Were you trying to go to Turtle Rock?
Yes.
Okay.
I mixed up my last 2 pendants.
Okay.
It looks the same basically, but I had a really bad go mode fire rod in the seed I played just before this against Josh. It was on itemless green pendant landmo. So,
terrible.
2 pretty garbage fire rods in a row.
Yeah, the fire rod was quite the chain of items to get to.
That chain,
yeah.
oh my god, that's worthy of some of the Z1R's things I've seen. So, now you get to Meyer quite a bit after kohrek, and the big moment is you decide to do the cutscene chest.
Yeah, that's
okay. That makes a lot of sense because I felt like from a lot of my earlier game, like I wasn't sure where I was supposed to have been making up time.
So were you just planning on doing it all along, or was it?
Oh, Meyer cutscene.
Yeah, Meyer cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you went directly from Compass Chest, just straight down.
Yeah, and then like after I got it, I was just like, oh, this mirror is really good for like other things. It helps me route all these things that I haven't done. It's swamp, and it was go minus fire rod at that point.
Yes,
was it?
That's right. So and then so
okay, so mirror was locking, cape on Argus,
it was mirror,
which was locking.
Mirror to cape to bombos to fire rod and ice palace.
Okay, so
that was the chain.
So kohrek couldn't get fire rod
earlier.
Okay.
A good lesson for next time, by the way. Light 4 torches before you check cutscenes.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, Meyer was kind of a. I mean, it was funny because Meyer was like one big disaster.
Went to the room and then went back.
And then you took a death, but really, I don't think that was so bad because it just got your health back. But then you forgot to get the big key.
Yeah, I took the death and I was like, oh, that's fine. I get my health back, and then. Yeah, I autopiloted back to as if I already had the big key when I was supposed to have been clearing the dungeon for it. And the reason I forgot to light the torches was because, 1, I'm really tired. This is my 3rd match at Aurora. I've been playing all day with like almost no breaks. 2 is... I lost my train of thought already, sorry.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play 3 matches in a row. So.
Okay, so I was on 1 heart, and I was trying to think ahead of where I was going to get an anti-fairy to be able to fake powder. So I was thinking about using all my lamp magic, and that distracted me.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I noticed you doing the lamp magic, and I was thinking, because I know that's also a thing you do to fix spooky situation, but of course you didn't have fire rods, so that was dumb. Fortunately, I didn't say that until now. Okay, so you take the death and you go back in, but still you get this mirror, and your hope is that your opponent skipped it, right?
Yeah, I'm just lucky that happened because there were a lot of other things that were going a lot worse for me.
You said that you were playing all day, so do you have more matches coming up then?
I don't have anything else scheduled except I have to do the SMZ3 qualifier at 8.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. And then, of course, best of luck to your other matches, you know?
Thank you.
Okay. Kohrek, anything upcoming?
Yeah, I play Matt at 7 tonight, so it should
That'll
be a good one.
Yeah, that should also be a good one. Best of luck.
Yeah, good luck.
you.
Yeah. Thank you for doing Bo Lemos. That was I don't actually know if it was intended that
Yeah,
way,
we were
but
wondering-
no Ross at like an hour
Okay,
or whatever,
so-
so that was great.
I mean, I think I had already lost at that point, so why not?
it was. It was. I still thought it was the fastest weapon you had.
I mean, I guess we could go to Airy and find out which is supposed to be faster, doing with the tempered sword or doing with the bow. But
I still do think. I mean, if Ari can 2-cycle. I mean, I've seen multiple people 2-cycle this thing, but still, your fight was pretty decent. Just the last one got away from you. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess take a bit of a breather, and gives you your matches in a couple hours. Another match for you is in a couple hours. So take some dinner, maybe take a nap, and then we'll just come back.
I think I might need a nap.
Yeah, we can certainly come back. Thank you guys so much for racing. This was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was it was
very
really fun.
very back and forth. Yeah.
And thank you, Clearmouse, for being like, yeah, let's do that. When I said we need to call this race together,
100%. This was a great matchup. I'm very happy to be here to be able to commentate.
And huge shout out to Link Force. Hey,
Yes, Link Force. Thank you,
Link Force
Force.
doesn't want to go on camera.
She is the best here. So thank you so much all for watching. I actually don't know what's coming up here on SG. Something good will be coming up real quick.
More
Link to Pass
okay.
randomizer, perfect.
Homing Deer versus Zero Rush. That'll
Oh,
be
that's a good
too.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one. So stay tuned here. Or I guess, and I think it looks like there's some Ocarina time going on main, so definitely stay tuned to your Speedgaming channels for the entire weekend, because we're going to have a lot of really good action for you.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for racing.
Yeah, thank you guys. GG's.
Thank you.